How you doing, Joachim?
Hey, pretty good. How you doing, Jack?
Good, good, thank you. It's been a while since we've talked, and want to see how everything's going.
Yeah, I know we're doing great here. I won state with my Bantam team, and we just had tryout. And this year, I'm coaching Bishop Gorman U16.
Wow.
Then I'm helping out on the JV and the JV varsity and U8 also.
So you're in Vegas, but you're also coaching in California. So they hired you to come out to California to run their teams, right?
No, we were there playing games last
Oh,
week.
got it. Okay, so this is that sounds like a high school hockey, the Bishop, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bishop Gorman is high school hockey.
Okay. Yeah, that's believe Orange County area. They play in that league. You guys are in
Yeah,
that league.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. We were in Anaheim last weekend, so.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about like where we went wrong with the hockey as far as like in the last 25 years. A lot's changed with the attitude of the players, the work ethic. So this is a subject that I wanted to talk to you about. And you're the expert. You're a professional coach for many years, and now you decided to go with the kids to make an improvement in the kids. Want your thoughts on that? What do you think went wrong in the last 25 years with the hockey?
Yeah, it's a pretty tough subject because I do believe that either a guy has it or he doesn't have it. I don't believe you can teach work ethic. Either a guy wants it or he doesn't really want it or he just do it. There's a lot of hockey players out there who tells me that they want to play hockey and they want to play on all kinds of double and triple A teams, but they're not willing to put in the work,
Mm-hmm.
and I think a lot of it comes from homes. And now what I see a lot in older kids now, they having agents. They
Yeah,
having agents who, and the agents talk them up to the teams and stuff. So there's really no kids. Just they hire an agent and they're supposed to go play on some team here and there. It's I don't understand what's going on really. Why a 16, 17-year-old kid needs to hire an agent from Canada that's going to help him find a team.
you think the agent's there for the kids' sake, or is he there for the money? I mean, that's just
I think most agents in youth level are there for the money, because what I always tell all the kids, if you're good enough, somebody be happy to help you out.
yeah,
Somebody be happy to recommend you. And but if you don't have it, if you don't have the attitude, the work ethic, and then on top of it the skill, no one is really going to recommend you. But a lot of agents recommend you anyway.
yeah, and you got
You
to
know,
pay
and
them too, which is all.
yeah, and I think that goes on a higher level too in NHL. There's some really strange things sometimes going on in NHL. I mean, you don't have to be a 5-star cook to say if the food tastes good or bad.
Yeah,
I mean, when you see players out there, it literally looks to me like they're just there to collect a paycheck.
you're talking in the NHL, right?
Yeah,
Mostly, yeah.
yeah.
I
They're
see the
just
same
out
thing.
there. And if coaches are hard on them, if coaches hold them to high standard, and if coaches are rough on them, you hear all of these players complaining all the time, and then end of the year, that coach is usually gone.
Yeah,
You know,
he's
and
trying to win.
yeah, it's all about now. It looks to me like now it just comes down to the team, the coach who has most of his players happy all the time, and is nice to them.
Yeah,
They win the hockey games, because some guys, they just don't want to put in the work. Philadelphia Flyers is a clear example. Their head coach, he didn't think his captain produced, and he didn't think his captain worked hard enough.
mm-hmm.
So he benched him for 2 games. And
Yeah,
it looked like the whole team revolted against it. They went on a losing streak, 9 straight games. And then after you read that, yeah, we don't like how the coach handled it. How is he going to handle it? If you don't work hard enough, you get benched.
Yeah. I
You
want to
know.
ask you
So
this. Do you think that guys today are would be excited to win the cup, like, because like when we grew up playing, our dream was to win the Stanley Cup. We would do anything. If they had a broken arm, whatever it was, we're bleeding, we would not leave the game. Like if I was to play whatever level in playoffs I played hurt, it didn't matter. But today's players, it looks like they're getting a paycheck and they just don't mind leaving early, not making playoffs and all that.
no, I think there's a lot of truth to that. I think they all say they want to win the cup. I just don't know if they're willing to put in the work and the sacrifice it takes to win the cup.
Yeah.
That's why now you don't see really teams repeat. I mean, take us the Golden Knights with their superstar team they had in the playoff. They got knocked out in the first round, and this is the guys who are supposed to defend the trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are up 2-0 in the series, and then they're losing 4-3. It's like there is no one who's going to come and tell me that, oh yeah, we really want to win the cup. If you guys really wanted to win the cup, you won't let go of it.
What do you think went wrong with them?
Well, I think a lot of people say that they were injured and stuff. I don't believe that at all. I just believe that he got out coached completely by Dallas Stars coach, because game by game by game, after when Dallas were down 2-0 in games, they started to pick them apart with seam passes and really good cycle. And it looked to me like Vegas Golden Knights defense, they were just standing still in their own zone. So they got picked apart with seam passes, and then, Dallas speed and size got to them.
Yeah. And also, like, Toronto keeps getting exit out every year, and they got a superstar team.
Yeah. And that's a funny thing too. I just heard Shanahan saying on the radio, I'm full accountable for this, and I'm full of. Hey, if you're accountable, you will fire yourself and get some guy in there who actually could fix it.
Yeah.
I'm tired to hearing coaches PR talking that this is my accountability. Well, if it's your accountability, you should quit then and give another guy the job who actually will fix it.
Yeah, I agree.
But once again, it's. And NHL coaches and general manager, that's a big boy club. All I see is they recycling coaches.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Buffalo Sabres fired Linda Ruff 2-3 years ago, and now they hired him back. How does that make sense?
Yeah, as many times happens like that, and now they all know each other. They just also all connected. General managers are friends with coaches, and they all from the past or whatever they played together. Just get their guys in there, and
yeah, that's what it is. It's a big boy club. Friends is helping friends out. Oh yeah, it's impossible to come in on it.
Yeah,
they protect each other. It's like, I don't know if Brendan Moore is gonna keep his job in Carolina. If he gets swept, maybe he shouldn't keep his job. But there's 4 or 5 teams who's waiting to see if he gets knocked out, who would love to hire him,
Yeah, he's a good coach. But again,
he is a good coach. He is a good coach. He just can't get his team to win this year because Rangers superstar works hard.
Yeah.
When the superstars on the team match your work ethic, it's going to be really tough to beat you. And Rangers look so calm out there. They look nice and calm, and they don't really stress about it. They just play good, solid hockey.
Yeah. My question is, how much control do you think coach has from the bench on his players compared to a practice? Like, I know you can change the lines, but if the guys are not playing, in percentage-wise, what do you would say?
Well, I think the coach only have so much say. I think a lot of agents in NHL kind of like, that's a big boy club too. If you don't play my guy a lot, I'm not gonna help you get really good players in the future.
That is true. I think back now what you just said. I had a student who played college hockey, and was not drafted, but he was getting a lot of points and getting a lot of ice time, and the drafted player was not. I think
Uh-huh.
the scout made a call to the coach. The next thing you knew, that drafted player was playing all the time, and they dropped my student down. It's
Yeah.
political, but that's just how you're correct about that.
Yeah, no, that's how the sport works now. Those Some of those sport agents, they are so powerful. I mean, people don't believe it, but they are so powerful, and they literally can control a lot of that. And when they send a player to you, they literally, well, he needs to get this, and he needs to get that, and he needs to get power play, and all of this. And and if you don't hold your word to that, you're going to give him that. I'm not going to send you any superstars in the future.
Wow.
And I believe 100% in that.
Yeah.
Because there is a reason some superstars, they all want to go to one team. I
Yeah.
mean, if I was a superstar, I would love to play in Canada. Look how beautiful it is up there. You got lakes, you got mountainous rivers, but it seems to me like Canada, they don't really get any good players.
They don't want to play in Winnipeg.
No.
No. But
Yeah.
they don't think like us. For me, I would play on any team if I was playing. It's just I would never hold out for more money or any of that because I'm thinking about team first because it's all about getting the right guys and they're gonna have to spend a little bit. You want to help out as much as you can. You can't think for yourself.
Yeah, I don't understand how they can sign a guy who's holding out because he wants more money. That tells you right there that he doesn't do it for the love of the sport. He does it for the money.
Yeah. Back in the day,
You
they
know?
never really held out. I don't remember in the
No,
90s anybody holding out for more money. That never
no,
happened.
I never heard about it. Now they do it, and even and if you're a professional athlete, you get paid. You get paid even you're good or bad. You still get paid.
Yeah.
That's the only occupation in the world you get paid even if you have a really bad week.
And you get paid before you even start playing. You're guaranteed
Yes.
money before you
Yeah.
even do anything. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, money controls it. Not money controls so much in sport. Money controls so much in the
Yeah.
world right now. It
Yeah.
is what it is. And everybody has to adjust. And the old school coaches and the old school people like that is like they're disappearing more and more and more because players, they really don't want to hear the truth anymore. They just want to hear what's good for them to hear.
Yeah. Nobody's wanting to hear what they need to work on and go out there and do it. Unless they're like a borderline player, then they're listening. But once they sign a one-way contract, I just don't see that either. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's great. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So as far as like picking a team, do you think that you would get rid of the draft? Would you ever keep the draft or would you get rid of it? Would you do like Sweden where they handpick the guys?
Yeah, I don't believe in drafts. I think well, maybe you have to have it in NHL, but all organizations would maybe, yeah, I don't know, maybe in NHL you have to have a draft because there's so much money involved there, but in the lower level like the NAL and all of that, it makes no sense to me that a team from Pittsburgh should draft a kid from California and he can't play anywhere else unless he goes to Pittsburgh. You're talking about 17, 18-year-old kids. Why would I want to move to Pittsburgh maybe? I want to play in California. I don't believe in drafting that age.
No.
But in the NHL, you might have to have it because some of the rich clubs, they just have too much money.
Yeah. So you have to. It would be. I was thinking like open camp where everybody gets a shot at it. If you have played junior hockey, you are automatically qualify for an open camp instead of draft, where everybody gets seen. Because sometimes coaches don't let their kids get seen. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.